dedicated pair of photocentric sleuths work tirelessly solving crimes against plants. Two ex-cops who commit their lives to helping plants, detectives Root and Appleby, make up the Photosynthetic Organism Detective Service, PODS.
You ready to go fight some plant crime?
Favorite investigative team as they solve cases, help plants, and teach us all a little more about the plants around us.
Man, I'm bored. Let's take a look at the anonymous tips box.
Always works out for us.
What's with that? This is interesting. I think it has something to do with that serial killer that's been on the loose lately. You take a look at this, Appleby. I've got to go talk to our boss.
Cold case. This should be in our files. Nope. Oh, this is it. Got something weird here. Cold case from 1911. Ooh. This picture's weird. I recognize it, but I can't put my finger on it.
You're right. It's very strange. It doesn't match any mugshots I've ever seen. It looks like we've got an investigation on our hands.
I think so.
What facts do we already know about the recent victims?
The anonymous tip said to look at this cold case. Let's go over the details. What do we know?
All the recent victims have been serials, you know, grains of some kind.
Hence the name serial killer.
Appleby, I've got a hunch that this case from 1911 also involves a serial. Let's take a look at something. Just as I suspected. This victim's physical description and genetics match very closely with those of modern-day corn. Listen to this. The maize or corn plant was developed originally from a wild grass called teosinte, which had very small kernels. And the ears on early maize plants were small, only about 3 inches long, before the Native Americans cultivated it over thousands of years.
Boy, you'd have to eat a lot of that to get full. I wonder what kind of disguise it's put on.
I don't think that's what's going on here. I think what we have here is a simple case of evolution. The corn I had for dinner last night was 3 times larger than this piece.
Evolution? What does that mean? Someone stole your dinner?
No, Appleby. Haven't you heard about evolution?
Sure, boss. You mean like the idea that we are related to monkeys?
It's possible that you're related to a monkey, Appleby, but what we are looking at here is plant evolution.
Are you saying monkeys came from plants?
No, Appleby. The theory of plant evolution is that plants change over generations. In the case of crop plants like cereals, fruits, and vegetables, humans have selected plants with the best traits, and these traits get passed on to the next generation. It's possible that this plant is an ancestor of the corn that we eat today.
But how are you so sure?
Well, Appleby, we know from fossil and DNA evidence that most plant and animal life around today are much different from their ancestors that lived thousands, even millions of years ago.
Oh, I have been enlightened by you, Root.
You're too kind, Appleby. To get a better understanding of this case, I think we need to talk to a professional. Hello, Mrs. Nunn. I'm Detective Root, and this is my partner, Appleby. We're working on a case about evolution, and we're wondering if you could help us out.
Well, certainly. What can I help you with?
Well, we have this photograph here labeled corn, but to be honest, looks like no corn I've ever seen.
Well, it is, no doubt it's a cereal. That much I know.
Our suspicions were correct, Appleby.
Yeah, they were, Root, but why doesn't this corn look like that corn there?
Well, let me show you something. Can you follow me down this way? What I wanted to show you was a specimen of teosinte. This is an ancestor of corn, and you can see that the male flowers do appear looser. And this has been selected by humans over time and developed into the modern cultivated corn. So they have a relationship, but they have been developed by human selection.
Man, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, you do, Appleby. Let's go take a look at that plant back in the board.
Alright, thank you.
So, Doc, what do we got here?
Well, let's take a look, guys. See, the damage on these ears of corn is indicative to that of an insect borer. See the holes penetrating the tissue here?
Well, what kind of insect could do this, Doc?
Well, given that these plants are cereals, and the diameter of these wounds are about 1/4 of a millimeter, I'd say the most likely insect is the corn earworm. See, just like plants, insects and pathogens evolve to survive on the plants.
Ah, the old corn earworm. How do we stop them?
Unfortunately, many of these serial killers continue to cause problems today. You can't stop them, you can only hope to contain them.
Alright, thanks, Doc. Come on, Appleby. So now we know what happened to the corn in this file.
Yeah, think we can call this one complete. Man, I have a tickle. Will you check me for earworms?
Appleby.